seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Gun.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken in at the 3. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. 2nd down, here's Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
Here we go.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
This pass complete to Higgins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Mixon. will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And they just acquired him a new ball carrier. What do you think of the acquisition?
I like it. Maybe not the big-time player, big-time impact you're looking for, but someone who wants to prove something and find a new home.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They just tried to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, Jacobs. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow able to find Higgins. And he'll be out right at the 35. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11 MT, take.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Again, it's Mixon. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Gun.
From midfield now, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Bengals at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Here we go.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
11, 11.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Jacobs going to try the middle. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Burrow on play action. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To throw again on 2nd down. Willis. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Oh,
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, Willis. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Touchdown, Texans! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Here we go, here we go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Gun.
And looking at Houston defensively. They've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. Here's Burrow. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. Breaks through the contact. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
On 2nd and 9, Willis going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys. But let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
First down. Here's Burrow being chased out left. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open.
And under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final.
And now here is another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball. And impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play action. It's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it at the 15. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Operating from the gun. Garner. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Looking to throw. Garner, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Gun, gun. Gun. Gun.
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. "13 yards remaining on second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Garner. He sets to fire deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's got some space here. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
On one, ready?
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Texans are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play, because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Skirts by at the 15. Then he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase from 4 yards out. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep it.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 21 yards away. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
1-1, ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Garner, he's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Let's go now.
Allen, the man in motion left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This is caught by Hawkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.